What's up, everybody? I'm Michael Lee Jr., aka Blue Red Lover, coach of your Carolina Crusades, and I'm going to go ahead and go real quickly over the Week 1 team, tell you what I'm bringing, why I'm bringing it, as well as what my opponent, the Ames House Elves, have and what they could bring. So, they've got the Mega Tyranitar, which sets sand, gets Dragon Dance, is really physically bulky. It does not appreciate fighting type hits, of course, being dark and rock, so I obviously plan for that. He has Excadrill, really fast Sand Rush user, gets Swords Dance, gets Earthquake, Iron Head, so I'm kind of expecting that to come because of Sand. Azelf is his mascot pick, just like I picked up Cresselia, he picked up Azelf. Both tier 2 psychic types. His is a little faster and more, it has a bigger move pool than Cresselia. It gets Nasty Plot to set up rather than Calm Mind. And it's one of those things where because it was a kill leader last year, I'm expecting it to come again this year, be very effective. He has the Alolan Muck, very bulky poison and dark type, which I have plenty of checks for, obviously, but it's still something to note. Hello. I have the Doublade. He has Doublade. Eviolite user, Ghost and Steel type, very bulky mon. I can take hits for days. I have answers for that, because of course I do, but it's there. He has a Swallow. Relatively fast flying and normal type, one of the regional birds, and it could hit really hard with Specs Boom Burst. It also gets Flame Orb if he wants to do like Return or Facade, something like that with Guts. He can. He has the Vivillon, which sets up, I think it gets Webs. I know for a fact it can set up with Quiver Dance. Otherwise, it hit really hard with like Air Slash and Bug Buzz. He has the Jirachi, great Psychic and Steel type, base 100s across the board. Otherwise, there's not a whole hell of a lot to say about it. Kabutops, Rapid Spinner, gets Swift Swim. Not that he has anything in place really for Swift Swim. Decently hard physical attacker, not really all that present though, I don't think it will be. He has the Almastar, great Shell Smash user, gets Aqua Jet and Waterfall, Rock Slide, stuff like that. It's relatively hard. He has the Deontay is actually a decent mon. It has base 150 defense and special defense, which is very difficult for most teams to break through in general. It does have a massive 4x weakness to steel though, which is something to definitely take note of. And so, as far as what I'm expecting to bring, which we actually already played this is post-recorded, I'm expecting Tyranitar, Excadrill, Azelf, Jirachi, all those make a ton of sense, especially like a Choice Scarf Jirachi set with Iron Head. Maybe Drain Punch would make some sense. After that, Vivillon, Swallow, Almastar, and Deontay, all those make sense. I wasn't exactly sure which 11 to prep for. I knew I had to plan for the Mega Tyranitar, Excadrill, Azelf, Jirachi. Those feel like weekly brings to me. And it was just kind of seeing what holes I felt I needed to fill. First one I'm bringing is 20 karat, the Crocodile. So it's shiny, Scarf Moxie with Earthquake Knockoff, Brick Break, and Rock Slide. Earthquake is there because it hits most everything except the Azelf and Swallow. Very hard. I don't think it hits the Vivillon either. And honestly, I probably won't be saying in against Vivillon. Anyway, Knockoff is there because once I get rid of Mega Tyranitar, once I get rid of Deontay, he has nothing that resists Knockoff. And it's great for item control anyway. And so that's kind of the idea here, is for item control and kind of keep everything in front of me. Brick Break is there almost exclusively for Mega Tyranitar. It hits Mega Tyranitar better than Earthquake most of the time. And it also gets rid of screens if I have to use it for that. And then there's Rock Slide, which obviously hits Vivillon and Swallow harder than just about anything else I have. I'm bringing Cresselia. Luna's coming back. I picked up Luna late last year, where it actually did quite a bit of work for me. Leftovers, Calm Mind, Moonlight, Ice Beam, Energy Ball. So Beam Ball is here specifically because there are a ton of Steel types. With Excadrill, Azelf, Alolan Muk, Doublade, Jirachi, all those mods resist Psychic. They also all resist Moonblast, which are two of the more common Cresselia moves. So I kind of had to go off track a little bit. I could have gone Shadow Ball maybe. That would have helped against Doublade and Azelf, but I kind of felt Ice Beam and Energy Ball hit everything a little better. Moonlight there for general recovery. Calm Mind sets up my special attack and special defense, which is always nice to have, especially against a relatively bulky team. I'm bringing Darmanitan. I'll be with the Life Orb. Life Orb Darmanitan because of Sheer Force, hides the Life Orb, so I don't lose 10% every turn. It will help me maybe trick a Scarf or a Band. Flare Blitz Superpower, U-Turn, Earthquake. U-Turn there for general shenanigans, to let me switch initiative mostly. Earthquake's there to hit, obviously, most everything pretty hard. Superpower, in case I absolutely have to take out the Mega Tyranitar. I don't want to have to click Superpower, but if I need to, I will. And then Flare Blitz is, well, Flare Blitz. You run Flare Blitz. It does not matter what team you're facing, you run Flare Blitz. Besides, I have plenty of stuff for the rock types. That's more for the Excadrill, Jirachi, Vivillon, Doublade, that sort of stuff. I'm bringing Mamoswine with the Thick Fat, mostly because I know Jirachi gets a couple of different fire type moves, fire and ice type moves, so I figured it was a good idea to at least have it available, even if it's not necessarily necessary. With the leftovers, Earthquake, Ice Shark, Icicle Crash, Stealth Rock. The only two things he has that are weak to Stealth Rock are Swallow and Vivillon. I've already stated I'm not necessarily expecting Vivillon to come. Swallow is a maybe bring on his part, because it does make some sense to bring Swallow. Otherwise, it's mostly there to break sashes in case things have sashes. Maybe force the Excadrill to run Rapid Spin over a third attack, because I'm expecting it to have to want to set up a Sword Stance. Otherwise, it's going to have a difficult time breaking through my team. Earthquake, Ice Shards there for general priority. Earthquake and Icicle Crash to hit as hard as possible. Maybe I can score a couple flinches with Icicle Crash. I doubt it, but because I no longer have Jirachi on my side. I'm bringing Celesteela. Obviously, it gets the Beast Boost ability, which is great. With the leftovers, keep my health as high as possible. Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Seed Bomb, Autotomize. The idea here is I need to Autotomize first, try to get it out, and then hit basically everything as hard as possible. Earthquake is there because there are a lot of Rock and Steel types, and not very many Earthquake resists. Heavy Slam hits whatever Earthquake doesn't hit harder, Heavy Slam does. And it's more there specifically for Deontay. It hits Deontay, Swallow, and Vivillon harder than anything I've got. And so that's kind of the idea there. Seed Bomb is there mostly as a middle ground play, because it hits if I'm thinking about going for Earthquake and he wants to switch in the Azelf, C-Bomb actually would hit both the original intended target and the Azelf better than obviously an Earthquake would. And the final mod I'm bringing is Komo-O, Titanium Z Komo-O with Poison Jab, Dragon Dance, Close Combat, and Dragon Claw. Close Combat is there because it rips through his team. The only thing that he has that 100% does not care about a close combat is Dewblade. It's the only ghost type he has, which is kind of why I'm somewhat expecting it to come, even though I have a couple of different knockoff users, potential knockoff users. Poison Jab's there for Deontay. It helps against Deontay. I was debating between Poison Jab and Earthquake. Earthquake might have been a better overall decision, but I went with Poison Jab instead. Dragon Claw is there to hit generally hard. It hits Azelf, Swellow, Vivillon, Alolan Muck better than the other two moves I have. Dragon Dance because I want to be able to set up if I can. Beyond that, Z Close Combat brings Mega Tyranitar between roughly 88 and 98%, somewhere in there, which leaves it well within Ice Shard range if I have to do that. Otherwise, they're more for the idea behind the Titanium Z is to help bluff other items like potential Life Orb, but also to, like I said, it's one of the better options for me to hit Mega Tyranitar. That's at 0. If it's fully defensive Mega Tyranitar, I can hit it with a Titanium Z Close Combat and let Memo clean up from there if he knocks out Komo-O. So this team that I'm bringing week 1, I'll try to get the next ones recorded prior to battle. I didn't have the foresight this week because I wasn't expecting to battle when I did. Regardless, I'm Michael Lee Jr. I also go by Blue Red Lover, and I will catch you guys next time.